Let's talk about pressure. It gets a really bad rap. We tend to think of it as something negative, something to get rid of, but actually it can be positive and even better, neutral. That's probably the best way to experience it because that gives us the most ability to move and bounce where we want to move. Hi, I'm Kathy Taylor. I'm a neurosomatic confidence coach over at kathytaylorcoaching.com. And I help women over 50 who have already accomplished a lot create the next chapter of their life and work in a way that's aligned with their values, in a way that's sustainable for their energy and their nervous system. So let's get back to pressure. Pressure is constant. It is a fact of life. It's not going anywhere. We just need to work with it differently instead of trying to get rid of it. An analogy I like to use is a ball. When it has the right amount of pressure, when the inside forces and the outside forces are balanced, then it allows the ball to bounce smoothly, predictably, and be directed where the player wants it to go. Now, if the ball is overinflated, if there's too much pressure on the inside compared to the outside, it becomes rigid, overreactive. When it bounces, it kind of goes all over the place. It goes high, it's fast, it's unpredictable. And also, that constant strain weakens the outside of the ball, and eventually it's going to pop. Does that sound like anyone you know? Can you relate that to your nervous system? When you're overinflated, you're always on, you're pushing, performing, and eventually the system gets brittle and it's like burnout. The other end of the spectrum is the ball is underinflated. When there's not enough pressure to meet what's on the outside, it can't rebound. It doesn't hold its shape. It's literally collapsed. And when you try to bounce it, it just goes, drops and lands with a thud. No bounce, no energy. And this is what happens when you're depleted. And what happens when you've given so much of your energy that your system just can't respond anymore. So the idea here is to have it be balanced for the internal and the external pressure to match so that you can be responsive, not just reactive. You can hold your shape and you can be flexible. And that's what capacity is. Capacity is one of the things we're building at the Unshakable Woman. It's not about being tougher. It's about being more resilient, meeting life's pressure in a regulated, resourced way instead of always fighting it. You don't have to keep surviving pressure. You can move with it and have it become part of you in a really good way. If that makes sense to you or you're curious about it, head over to kathytaylorcoaching.com and join me at the Unshakable Woman. Thank you so much. I'll see you there.